The air in Viridian crackled with the season's first rain, a symphony against Elias Thorne's office window, a sound that for him had always been synonymous with profound accomplishment. For over a year, he had poured his very essence into Innovatech, a burgeoning tech giant, meticulously crafting its new contracts division from a mere concept into a perfectly synchronized, highly efficient machine. It was his masterpiece, his enduring legacy within the company. Elias reported to Alistair Finch, a senior vice president operating from the distant coastal headquarters. Their connection was tenuous, a smattering of emails, an occasional strained conference call. Elias interpreted this minimal interference as a testament to his success. The less Alistair engaged, the better he was performing. This belief solidified when an expensive consulting firm hired to audit and overhaul every department bypassed Elias's division entirely. Their report was effusive, highlighting the seamless efficiency of his department and lauding Elias by name. A week later, Alistair rewarded him not with congratulations, but with an all-expenses-paid vacation to the sun-drenched Bahamas. 10 days later, refreshed and emboldened by the praise and the tangible reward, Elias returned to Viridian. He was ready for the next step. He scheduled a call with Alistair. "Alistair," Elias stated, his voice steady, "I'm ready for the next step. I'd like to be officially promoted to director." A glacial silence stretched between them before Alistair's voice, clipped and dismissive, finally broke it. "Elias, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but you're just not there yet." Elias felt a surge of disbelief. "Not there? The consultants called my department flawless. You just sent me to the Bahamas for my performance." Alistair scoffed lightly. "Those were just gestures. The department is fine, but the role of director is entirely different. It requires a distinct level of strategic oversight." Elias, refusing to back down, pressed him. "Then tell me what I need to do. Give me a list of responsibilities, goals. I'll meet them." Alistair agreed, and the next day an email arrived. He read it, then reread it, a cold dread washing over him. The bulleted list wasn't a set of new challenges. It was a verbatim copy of the duties he had been performing for the past year, his daily tasks. The email concluded with the chilling addendum: "We both know that if you get the director title, the credit for your work will no longer fall to me." The truth was laid bare. Elias was not being denied a promotion due to lack of skill, but because of his undeniable success. His achievements were Alistair's currency, and Alistair had no intention of letting go. The sting of betrayal was sharp and enduring. He confided in trusted industry friends, their advice unanimous and stark: leave or suck it up. But Elias couldn't do either. He cherished his team, the department he had meticulously built, and even the company itself. He refused to be forced out, and he certainly wouldn't be a doormat. He chose a third, far more insidious path: kindness as a weapon. The following morning, Elias composed an email to Alistair, a masterpiece of feigned contrition. He apologized profusely for overstepping, for his hasty request, and assured Alistair he was content in his current role. To underscore his commitment to his newly defined boundaries, he printed his original single-page manager job description and taped it prominently above his desk. The shift was immediate, and the repercussions were far more catastrophic than he could have envisioned. Elias ceased his proactive collaborations. He no longer preemptively corrected errors in proposals. The contracts division began operating strictly within the narrow confines of their manager-level duties. The first tremors of trouble emanated from the sales team, who began inexplicably missing quarterly targets. Then product development, a department that had once lauded Elias's team, complained that his division had approved a contract term that would decimate their budget and derail a crucial product launch. Elias, adhering strictly to his manager-level job description, simply referred them to Alistair. A week later, a full-blown crisis erupted. Marcus, the head of sales, had been signing contracts containing a specific termination clause. Alistair, in his limited grasp of contractual intricacies, had blindly approved them. It was then revealed that Marcus had been manipulating these clauses to inflate his team's commissions, creating an enormous, undisclosed financial liability for Innovatech. The controller and CFO were brought in, uncovering a web of financial irregularities that led directly back to Alistair. Elias intervened only once, when an amendment so egregious it bordered on outright fraud crossed Alistair's desk, an attempt by a VP to artificially inflate numbers before a critical board meeting. He sent a single, understated email to the controller, discreetly flagging the issue. The fallout was swift and seismic. Even the CEO, a rare occurrence, was compelled to step in, sending shockwaves throughout the entire organization. Amidst this maelstrom, Elias remained unnervingly calm, the eye of the hurricane. He was more relaxed than he had been in years. Whispers circulated about Alistair, reports of him frantically squeezing stress balls, his curses echoing through virtual meetings. Meanwhile, Elias, now liberated, dedicated his newfound free time at work to studying for professional certifications he had long postponed. He left the office early, arriving at the gym before the evening rush. A month after his carefully orchestrated retreat, a bonus check landed in his account, a 7% increase. It was an unspoken, yet undeniable plea from Alistair. Resume the director-level work, but without the title. Elias, recognizing the bribe for what it was, filed the check away and continued to meticulously adhere to his manager job description. 6 months later, Elias indulged in 10 full days of his unlimited paid time off, a luxury he had previously never dared to exercise. He spent a week traversing the remote forested trails of the Blackwood Mountains. He returned to the office feeling utterly rejuvenated and clear-headed. A week after his return, he was called into a meeting with HR and informed that he was part of a round of layoffs, his position being restructured. The explanation was as hollow as a drum, but Elias wasn't bitter. He had seen this coming. For the next 3 months, he was untethered, a truly free man. He traveled, read, and reconnected with himself. Then he began his job search. 3 weeks later, he accepted an offer from a rival firm, commanding a salary 35% higher than his previous one. He was undoubtedly happy about the increased salary and the freedom he had so subtly fought for, but every so often, a more complex emotion would surface. He genuinely loved Innotech, its culture, and the people he had worked with. It was a victory, yet a hollow one. The taste of triumphs was bittersweet, tainted by the knowledge that, for a time, a man thousands of miles away had paraded in his successes like borrowed attire, only to ultimately shred them.